3 days. I'm playing catch up. So they roll me after they do. They roll me out. When I say out, out.
I know it.
But it's how I guess it's a part of the job. They act like I went on vacation for 2 years. So here, I was telling there yesterday, I called the introduce myself, so they just know that I took my paper today, and it's the whole thing. Go ahead and get started on this, they said, hey, but this is only an estimate, this is like on the final. So do you wanna wait until they clean it out and send me the invoice, and then you get the clear? Okay, and then wait for different, and there's no difference.
That's for the fact machine.
Yeah, it's like that.
And you got it.
Yes, so assuming that.
Oh.
Thank you.
City of Holly Springs is now called to order. Thank you. So I see that we are blessed tonight to have several members of the clergy here tonight. My pastor, Pastor Moore, of the Anderson Chapel CME Church, and my other pastor, Bishop Cass from Christ Temple, is here with us tonight. So I'm going to ask at this moment, Pastor Moore, will you lead us in prayer tonight?
Gracious and kind God, we thank you for this day. Thank you, God, for the business that shall be conducted here. Holy Spirit, come on in this house. Fill us afresh and new. We may indeed think about the citizens of this great city. We thank you, God, for mayor and aldermen. We pray that they'll work together. Business, you've called them to do. Thank you for those in attendance. Bless us all now in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you. Madam Speaker, Clerk, roll call, please.
Alderman Fountain,
Present.
Alderman Jones, absent, Alderman Shipp, Alderman Teal, Alderman Merriweather.
Present.
Mayor, you have 4 board members present.
Thank you. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. And next, I want to ask for a moment of silence and also for peace and for prayers for the family, Miss Lizzie Mae Campbell, prayers for the family of Miss R.C.L. Cooper, prayers for the family of Mr. Lee Edward McAdams, and then also prayers for our former First Lady, Miss Michelle Obama's family, in the loss of her mother, Miss Marion Robinson. A moment of silence, please. Oh, we did last week, but I added again. Someone mentioned as far as the Jeffries family, we actually had them on at our last meeting, but we definitely want to add them again. And we see their daughters present with us. All right, moment of silence, please. Thank you. All right, and now we'll have the adoption of the agenda. What is it you are interested in adding, Alderman Shipp?
The first one would be to appoint and hire Ms. Beverly James as the deputy of the Holly Springs Police Department.
Okay, let's add that as item number 18A. Okay, what's your next item, Alderman Shipp?
The next one would be to hire and appoint Mr. Will Lawson as a patrolman in the Holly Springs Police Department.
What's the name again?
William Lawson,
All right,
at a pay rate of $21.52.
all right, and what's your next item?
This next one would be to authorize Sergeant Wright and Officer Jones, hotel DM,
That's item number 17. For transport. 18. That's the revised. Should have been on your desk. Go ahead.
The next one would be to reinstate Lieutenant Sanders back to the position of sergeant. Lieutenant.
We put that as item 19, and that definitely will be an executive, 18C. That's definitely going to be an executive session. Unless someone has received some information that I have not received. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what else do you have?
You have a pay rate for Miss Gann.
I do.
$2104.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anything else? If not, I entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as amended.
Recognition, appreciation.
All right. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda as amended?
Very good to be enough agenda.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
The move by Alderman Johnson, second by Alderman Schiff. All those in favor? All those opposed? All right, motion passes, 4 ayes, 0 nays, and 1 shown. And before we begin the regular agenda, Alderman Meriwether expressed that she has something, a presentation that she would like to see. Alderman Meriwether, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. We are so delighted to be here on this evening with so many wonderful faces and so many wonderful people in our community. Tonight, we stand to recognize and appreciate businesses across our great city. We know that it takes businesses and development for economic growth in our city. And so we are so thankful to have these business owners. Some of them range from under 5 years to an established business back in the 1930s, and some even in the 1800s that were originally started. So we have certificates, and as we call your name, we're going to call you in groups of 10 because we know we have 30 businesses. Now, let me say this. There are many more businesses in this community. I am just so grateful. And before we even get started, I want you to give yourselves a hand for staying with us. It's a beautiful city of Holly Springs, Mississippi. So on behalf of the mayor and board of aldermen, we thank you. We thank you for your demonstrated commitment to excellence, to innovation, to community engagement. Your dedication and hard work have positively impacted the local economy, provided employment opportunities. Thank you for that, and enhanced the overall quality of life for the residents of Holly Springs. We cannot thank you enough. Many businesses or some have come and gone, but you are still here. Can we give it up for these businesses? Let's applaud for yourself. All right, so ready to begin? If the alderman would come forth, this is a team effort. I'll let you go first. Yes, you're going and read.
This certificate of appreciation,
I'm sorry. I said louder.
this certificate of appreciation, the mayor and board of aldermen of the city of Holly Springs certifies that Racy Jeffries, is she here?
Yeah.
Has been recognized for her outstanding contributions to the city of Holly Springs. You have demonstrated a commitment to excellence, innovation, and community engagement. Your dedication and hard work have positively impacted the local economy, provided employment opportunities, and enhanced the overall quality of life for the residents of Holly Springs. Ms. Racy Jeffries. All of the other certificates read the same, and the next one is to, okay, we're gonna take that. Wayne Anglin's Woodwork and Farmers Market. Mr. Tony Glover.
Thank you.
Mr. Tony Glover.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, this is, what did you say?
Stay winning and grinning.
Stay winning and grinning. That's what he told me. I like that slogan.
Mr. Rantres Phillips. Mrs. Cherie Sims. She's from Ward 1. Mrs. Katara Jenkins.
She's so excited. She called me today. She said, I got a new outfit and my hair.
Miss O'Raya Hampton. And Mrs. Lou from the Chandelier. She's not here. All right.
Marshall, oh, yeah, I'm coming. So you want me to?
Just a few more, since we had some missing.
Do what you say.
Yes.
Next, all of them read the same. This has been here since 1938. J.F. Britnum and Sons Funeral Home.
This over in Ward 1. I'll take it. Thank you.
This one is even older, really almost unbelievable. Since 1837, Booker Hardware.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you. You can stay up here with your picture.
Been here for 159 years, the South Reporter.
She's right.
I'm waiting. Is that it?
Yeah. No,
Can you take a
this is
selfie?
your certificate.
Miss Sims.
Since 1930, Craft and Win Insurance Agency. Since 1948, Russell Barber Shop.
People ready for a picture, Miss Sue.
I'll make sure my uncle gets it.
All right, stand right here. Come on, stand right here. She's gonna get a picture. Yeah.
Dead center this way.
Yeah, come on. Okay. Stand just a little bit. Shoulder to shoulder. Okay. What's smiling and grinning out there? Oh, yeah, that was good. Great idea.
All right, gonna keep the ball rolling. Next, we have the village market.
All right.
Next, we have my friend, Big Daddy Style. 27 years. 27 years of service. Damn here. Next, we have Regal and Company. Carlisle's cash saver since 1963. Over 120 years, Tyson Drug Company.
That's all we bother you.
Since 2002, Serenity Funeral Home. The next one will be, the change 92.7 WKRA FM.
Okay.
The next one goes to Copper Kettle. 60 years of service. Piggies and Sons Barbershop. Our brothers for life. "44 years of service, South Central Printing. Lincoln and Queen Martin, my relative. It's her relative. Next one, 44 years of service. Some of the best food in Holly Springs. Eddie's Restaurant. The next one is 33 years of service. If you want some fashion and music, go see this Christine. My auntie. Next, 32 years, another one of my good friends, Mr. Chick's Barbershop. 30 years of service. Your hair curled up and cut. Girls cut and curl.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, and of course, we have Mighty Fine, full service station here in Holly Springs. Give it up for Mighty Fine. All right. That's Mighty Fine. And last but not least, we have with 25 years of service to the Holly Springs community, D's Design, Alderman Dexter. All right. We ready for the picture? Squeeze up. Squeeze up.
You're hanging on y'all this time. Y'all ready? Here we go. Yeah, we can see everybody. Mr. Teal, just get in there a little bit. There you go. Y'all gonna look good in the face.
Hey, let's give it up for all of our boys.
Thank
Don't go anywhere. Stay here.
you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you all. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, love you.
Great recess.
Oh, yeah.
I was able to get dressed up now and my daughter. It's a little thing, but thank
They recognize businesses.
All right, we go back in session. First item on the agenda is a motion to appoint and hire Mr. Terrell L. Pritchard, Water Department as general laborer at a rate of $15.50 per hour. This application was in your packet at the last.
Madam Mayor.
Your mic on?
Yeah, I don't think the microphone's on. Oh, maybe it's better now that, yeah. See what I'm saying?
Thank you. Okay, the first item is a motion to appoint and hire Mr. Terrell L. Pritchard in the Water Department as general laborer at a rate of $15.50 per hour. Mr. Pritchard, will you come forward, and Mr. Sims, if you'll come forward.
Just pull that one.
Now, Mr. Sims is recommending him as general laborer. Mr. Pritchard, tell us a little bit about yourself as far as your skills, why you think you will be an asset to the Water Commission.
Hey, my name is Jarrell Pritchard, and I'm a heavy equipment operator.
Heavy equipment operator?
My name is Jarrell Pritchard, and I'm a heavy equipment operator. And I work for GS Contracting and Brown Construction for years now, like 10, 15 years. I've been track hold, doors, bobcats, backhoe. I do a little bit of everything on heavy equipment. So I'm like an entrepreneur. I do a little bit of everything. Yeah, I do plumbing, from plumbing to grade. I can do grade yard. I can do big yard. I do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
I'm just a little bit nervous today.
That's all right.
All right. That's all right.
So, Mr. Sims, tell us why you're recommending Mr. Pritchard for the position.
Once because he said he can operate heavy equipment. That's exactly what I need, somebody can operate. I need operators bad, because I have to go out and operate, and he can step right in and operate.
Do you all have any questions for Mr. Pritchard?
Yeah, I had license.
Is there a motion regarding Mr. Pritchard?
Ma'am.
I'll make the motion to hire Mr. Gerald L. Pritchard to the Water Department as a general laborer, at a rate of $15.50 per hour.
Is there a second?
Okay.
There's the move, Alderman Johnson, second by Alderman Teal. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes, 5 ayes, 0 nays. Also, I'd like the record to reflect that Alderman Jones is with us.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll hold item number 2. Item number 3, a motion to authorize the change in expert legal services of Blackman LLC for protection of the public. Attorney Perry, were you able to complete your
Oh,
memo regarding that or anything, or you decided not to do one?
I mean, I've said what I said about it, that I think that the firm is, it's an excellent firm, and leave it to the board's discretion on whether or not it's time to hire.
All right, is there a motion to retain the expert legal services of Blackman? We have had various conversations about them and information that's provided regarding their expertise. As you all know, we have received, I believe Attorney Perry mentioned he received a certified letter from TVA, as well as some of the issues that we are having with them. So is there a motion to retain them?
Do we know the details?
Yeah, the one, I read it at the last meeting, but I think the letter is part of the public record, but in essence, go ahead, I'm sorry.
And so as the attorney for the city, would it be your recommendation that we retain them at this time for legal services, receiving this letter, or where do you think we stand as far as getting them on board and reading what?
What I would recommend, right now, you just hired a GM to at least look at what's going on, the state of affairs at the utility district. I think that there has been a time frame that needs, where you have to either get the information together that they're asking, or, you're gonna it's going to be litigation of some sort if they don't have what they're asking for. And our position is that it varies. Some people say that there is no contract that's valid. If they're going to review that or something like that, I would think that might be a smart engagement, limited the scope, because right now, if you're in essence picking litigation or starting the litigation while not necessarily in compliance with what we should be providing, then I don't know if that's wise, money wise, because you're basically writing a check, open checkbook to do certain things for a time frame, within a time frame. So to be clear, if there is going to be litigation, that would be the top firm that I would say I'd recommend going with. But if you have a GM that has just been hired, I know that that TVA knows that recently hired a GM, and to give him a chance at least to marshal the data together to see if there's any way that some of the things on that checklist could be complied with, or whether or not, at this point in time, we need to just go forward and say, hey, we got to sue TVA or whomever, then I think that would be the wise course, because I don't have access to the documents inside the building. And so that would be my recommendation right now.
So wrap that up, to the GM, you want to let the GM tell us?
Let the GM give the GM a little bit of time to get, some of the information under his feet.
He has looked at it some, he's actually has some interesting calls that we talked about today. But I do want to say something, that they have received some of these documents in the city of Holly Springs. I heard Attorney Perry use the word not in compliance. So I want to make sure that it's understood that we are in compliance with the government. We have never missed a payment to them. We have provided everything. Their own assessment that they did found that the only thing that they can look at and review is whether or not we're being fair to all the ratepayers, and that we have complied with. In addition to that, we still have provided information to them, maybe not at the point or to the extent that they wanted. We have done several things that they have requested, including TVPPA, which is part of what they assaulted us with at the Public Service Commissioner's office. And so I want to make sure that people do understand that the city of Holly Springs is in compliance. One of the things that we looked for legal representation for was that there is a bill. There was an attempt last year to take over the city of Holly Springs Utility Department by downsizing it. And even this year, there's one as well. And so that is part of the reason of the request for having the Black and Black law firm. The city of Holly Springs is going through something very similar that the city of Memphis, Tennessee went through a few years ago in dealing with TBA. And if you go and look at the different newspapers, you'll find the stories there. But we definitely can hold that. And I know that already there have been some interesting calls being made to the GM. Next, we have public comment. First person we have signed up is Mr. Jim Smith. Please state your name for the record, and you have 3 minutes.
Good evening, Jim Smith. Now that we have a full-time permanent manager at HSUD at $85,000 per year, why are my bills still being delayed, delivered almost 2 weeks late or almost 3 weeks late? Why, when it rains, like the other day, does my power go out? Now, after 2 years of coming in here and getting unanswered questions, can I finally expect to get some answers and stop being ignored? Mayor, you just said fair to all the ratepayers. That's a quote. TVA was looking to make sure you're fair to all the ratepayers. Is every ratepayer denied the information of what they're charged, what their rate is being charged? Is every ratepayer being denied public records when they're requested through Mississippi Public Records requests? Is every ratepayer being denied to have a meter check? Because if not, then not all ratepayers are being treated the same, because those things have happened to me. Can we at least, if we're not going to answer questions, if you're not going to answer questions, can we at least get Mr. Jones to come up here and give a presentation this evening on what he feels, what he's discovered since he's been in HSUD?
I think this.
Been there 4 days. So it's not fair at this point.
So can we put it on the agenda when he will give a presentation, what his indication of HSUD is? Because I've been coming here for 2 years and I've been asking very simple questions. Like, why does my bill not be delivered until after the bill is due? That's a legitimate question. Why can't I get answers? I mean, if you're not going to answer the questions, then we should put Mr. Jones on the agenda to explain exactly what he discovered in his first month, 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is. And I'm going to sit here and use up my 3 minutes again until somebody answers my questions. It's just, it's ridiculous.
I'm sure that when Mr. Jones did his purview and all of the information, kind of do investigation research, I'm sure he will report to not just the constituents, but to the board as well.
When? Is 3 months enough time? Is 6 months enough time? Is a year enough time?
Well, I can tell you 4 days is not enough time.
Well, I don't know.
Today is too early.
I don't know. It was a month ago he was hired. That's what we say.
I think it was about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago that he was hired, but it was a start date and he started.
Yeah, but we're not privy to that. So I didn't know it was 4 days. I thought it was more. But let's put him on the agenda. Is 3 months an adequate amount of time for Mr. Jones to be there to come and give you his initial impressions?
Well, excuse me, that would be up to Mr. Jones. He has to do all the legwork and everything, so that'll be a great answer for him, not for us to answer for him.
Well, I don't know. I've been an executive in a multi-billion-dollar international company, and it's usually the bosses that say, you know, you got 90 days.
Well, I think that would need to be discussed, not just look at it right now and say, you've got 90 days.
Right.
Okay, so when will it be discussed? What happens, and I'm not really being argumentative, but what happens is the can gets kicked down the road and nothing ever happens. Thank you.
Next, we have Mr. Delbert Sure. Please state your name for the record, and you have 3 minutes.
Good afternoon. My name is Delbert LaSure from Holly Springs, Mississippi. I wasn't going to even address something, but I do think that the public should be aware that not even Mr. Jones will be able to stop lightning from knocking out your power. Neither would he be able to stop ice from falling from the sky. There are certain things that a human just won't be able to control, and that's a good thing, because we have some people, if they was able to control that, they would hold the world around. But I didn't come up here for that. I came up here tonight to talk about police chases. Recently, within our Marshall County, within my Marshall County, there was a police chase done by the Highway Patrol that costed us 2 valuable community members. And I wanted to make sure that the city was had some type of ordinance or some type of what did they have in place to make sure that the city police department did not go outside their jurisdiction or police chase. When do you call off a police chase? Because I remember when Chief Ed Todd was here, there was a gentleman by the name of Marshall Sanders, who was an uncertified police officer, that chased the car down in the Lake Center. And it said, I'm not sure, I wasn't there, that the car was rammed, 2 individuals was killed, and 1 is paralyzed to this day. Now, I'm not really sure whether or not people understand the impact that that possibly could have on the city taxpayers. And so is there anything in place that would tell your police officers when to call off a chase? Because we don't want something that happened when Ed Toddy was chief of police here to happen again. There was 2 individuals killed in that particular incident, and 1 is paralyzed to this day. And I'm thinking that you all are attempting to hire the person that's responsible for that tonight. So something has got to give here. We're going to have something in place to make sure that that never happens again. I have a little program on my computer here called Pacer. And what it does, it can basically pull up any type of lawsuit and whatnot. I can put an individual's name in this program, and I can even see who represented a person in any type of case, whether it was the city, county of Tunica or whatever. But I do want to make sure that this city, that you all understand the magnitude of what you might be getting yourself into tonight. Because some of us, there's people within this community, and I probably is one, that'll take it to the full extent and just disregard about feelings may get hurt about it or whatever, because at some point, we got to start doing what's in the best interest of everybody, the taxpayer. And so when you decide to make these decisions tonight, thank you. Again, my name is Delbert LaSure from Holly Springs, Mississippi. Anyone have any issue with what I say, please see me about it. Thank you.
All right, next I have the ARC granted. That's something that we'll need to probably discuss first in executive session. Next, we have a motion to authorize a refund for the pavilion in the amount of $75. Taylor.
Now I move to authorize refund for the pavilion in the amount of $75 to Ms. Shakayla.
Second.
I'll say.
The move, Alderman Schiff, second by Alderman Townsend. All those in favor? All those opposed? 5 ayes, 0 nays. No, she actually paid it, and then based on the weather is what I was told. She didn't have an opportunity to use it. Item number 7, motion to authorize refund for the multi-purpose building of $250 to Mr. Samuel Mays. This is for, we ended up having several events this weekend, and so this refund is being made based on some things that transpired in order to be fair to them. I believe this is part of the class of 1979. And that's going to be the same thing for number 8 as well.
Okay, I'm actually contract.
It just shows the deposit amount of hundreds and they paid total fees.
This is the feedback based on
Gotcha.
things that happen to them.
They weren't able to use the facility.
Yes, we did. They were, but I don't wanna go into
But it
detail
wasn't.
about here, it's just some things that transpired that make it fair and appropriate to refund their spend. We talked about it, and try to see how we can level it out. We found that to be very, that's right, Jay. I didn't hear you.
So do we need to wait to have the conversation?
You can if you need additional, details.
If it's been discussed with everybody, I'm comfortable with, I just didn't, or discuss everything, I just didn't know. Oh,
No, it had not.
oh, yeah.
So we can do those in executive session if you like. All right. And next, item number 9, we ended up having more young people interested in the summer youth program. So it's item number 9, it's a motion to authorize use of $17,000 from the tourism fund for activities for summer youth program. And then also I've been contacted regarding another possible program in the city for the summer for athletics. So this will have to pay.
Much is in this tourism, because I know.
Approximately 540,000.
Madam Mayor, I motion to authorize the use of $17,000 from the tourism fund for activities and summer youth program.
Is there a second?
Steady.
It's moved by Alderman Merriweather, second by Alderman Jones. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes 5 ayes, 0 nays. Item number 10, city general bills and claims.
Mayor, I motion to pay city general bill department.
Is there a second? It's a move by Alderman Hill, second by Alderman Schiff. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes 5 ayes, 0 nays. Item number 11, city utility bills and claims.
I move to authorize city utility bills and claims.
Is there a second?
Second.
So move by Alderman Hill, second by Alderman Schiff. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes 5 ayes, 0 nays. All right, Mr. Sims, would you come forward, please? Item number 12, utility department request regarding a ditch estimate. If you'll explain which this is for and Reverend Reynolds, thank you. The amount of funds 2.5 copies.
This is the vacuum machine. It's a valuable piece of equipment that we must have, got to have. This machine is operate where you can find the line without using a backhoe, without tearing up the phone line, gas lines, or water. So it's a valuable piece of equipment that we got to have.
So I just heard through you and I talking, do we need to go with this amount or is this an estimate and not to exceed a certain amount?
No, it's just an estimate of what it's gonna cost. It may cost, it may be.
Once they get in there, they may.
Right.
Okay. So how do we need to word that thing?
Do a motion to approve the estimate of.
Not to exceed.
Put a limit on.
Yeah.
The estimate, what's the amount, Mr. Sam?
$4,768.53.
Right.
You put whatever amount on.
How much? What's it? I mean, what are your thoughts here?
This,
Let's say 5,000.
yeah. It may be 5,000.
It's also a sole source, like no one else works on these switch anyway.
Right.
You know, we found that out previously.
They the only one works on this piece of equipment. So
But you can do not to exceed 5,000, and if it does, you can come back, but we just gotta have. Well, we don't have to. But
I'll make a motion to approve, the bid switch in the amount not to exceed 5,000.
It's been moved by Alderman Hill, second by Alderman Schiff, to approve, the ditch switch estimate to repair the back machines in an amount not to exceed $5,000. All those in favor? All those opposed? 5 ayes, 0 nays. All right, next, utility department, water, gas, training. Do I have your information there? All right, Mr. Sands, go ahead, please express the, registration fee and give the details as to where, when, and why. 5 W's and half.
Yeah. The restoration fee is, what is it, $675.
So are we members or non-members?
We members.
So we're 450 for members anyhow.
Yeah. 450.
How many are?
Just Tracy and myself. That's what we paying every year.
Hotel for these.
Registration fee of $450 plus hotel after being July 10th through July 12th.
Mayor, I move that we authorize Tracy Reynolds and Terry Sims to attend the City Natural Gas Association 45th Annual Conference in Orange Beach, Alabama, Wednesday, July 10th through 12th. Registration fee of $450, hotel and per diem. Registration.
It's been moved by Alderman Fountain, second by Alderman Shield. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes, 5 ayes, 0 nays. All right, item number 14, the vehicles were approved last week. So this is a motion to authorize the travel of 5 employees to pick up vehicles approved and purchased for the utility department. The employees are Ernest Campbell, Mr. Ernest Campbell, Mr. Marvin Birch, Mr. Darwin Williams, Mr. Robert Thomas, and Mr. Mark Lawrence.
Is this just a day trip there? Is there?
It is, it's similar to what the fire department and the general city did, where they use the train.
Where is it? Where do they go?
They're going to Chicago. To Illinois. What part of Illinois?
Illinois,
They went by the train at night. Go ahead, Ms. Russell.
It's, Mayhem Park, Illinois. It's probably 10 miles outside of the city of Dickinson.
So which, what are we doing, just a?
They're going to do, it's going to be at the train fair. And then, of course, they'll be traveling, so they'll be using the building and parks. They will be leaving probably one day next week. There's a certain time period. Did they decide whether they wanted to go on Thursday or Wednesday?
It's, when me and Ernest talked about it, as soon as possible, if we get approved tonight, he's ready to roll tomorrow night.
That's what they had talked about, so that they would have enough time to get back, during the week. And so it's the same process that, Chief Planning is still utilized. I think the train fare is approximately, what's it,
$120 per person.
And then, of course, there's the per diem in meals.
69.
Yeah, we can, if you all don't want them to drive, I think someone offered to transport them, and I think it was like $500.
Maybe, I think it was up to 600, 650, maybe, 650, I think.
We did what I'm asking now, we did the train, well, that's what I was thinking, that's what I put the same thing, Alderman Jones, be consistent.
I didn't get all the names down, but I'll make a
Okay.
motion to approve travel.
Okay. All right, Alderman Till, is there a second? To move Alderman Till, second by Alderman Merriweather. All those in favor? All those opposed? 5 ayes, 0 nays.
I didn't realize that, my only drawback is just, well, I guess they can sleep on the way there, maybe. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
That's what she
That's
right
the
there.
That's just the long way.
5 o'clock,
Gotta ride the train,
they sleep
snooze
at
out.
night.
Okay. All right.
We're frugal, we're frugal. All right, item number 15 is a motion to authorize training for Mr. Derek Jefferson to attend the Micro Training Conference in Nashville, Tennessee, with pre-registration, but to include hotel and per diem. And I believe this is in Nashville, Tennessee, yes. Ms. Jefferson, come forward. Thank you.
What was that?
Good evening. All right. So basically, the microtrend training and conference is to basically give us the up-to-date information on the cybersecurity that's going on in other parts of the world. Normally, what you'll see the newer cyber threats overseas before you start seeing it here. With the growing technology of AI being used in cyber defense, that forcing hackers to start writing scripts, programs to create their own AI to attack AI. So AI is just a big thing now. So I definitely need to go there, see what new technology they providing, meet some of the CEOs and executives of Microtrend and converse with them and have a working relationship with them. We already have Microtrend. I can't really say detail because we lie, but we do have their technology for a part of our cyber defense. So
What's the dates?
June 13th and 14th.
Mayor, I'll make the motion to authorize training for Derek Jefferson to attend the Micro Training Conference in Nashville, Tennessee, June 13th, 14th, with a free registration, but to include hotel and per diem.
Second. Move Alderman Till, second by Alderman Merriweather. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? 5 ayes, 0 nays. Next, thank you. Motion to authorize CSA to provide DFM training, on-site training to the utility department, to Ms. Annie Mason, and to Mr. Demetria Russell. And this is the young lady who comes every now and then. The copy of the item should have been in your pack. As their hour training.
What's DFM?
Ms. Russell,
It's a system that they use.
system that they use is what, John said, Ms. Russell is here, so.
There's some new things on the.
She is in the, she does accounts payable, does a good job of it, but it is also getting a better understanding, from what it has been explained to me, but I want to tell you some of the things that she's looking forward to. She jumped right in without a lot of the official training. Go ahead.
Excuse me. Right when I first started, it was just basically hands-on training from the previous AP. So we're currently working under CSA software, which I know pretty much enough to, do my job, but I would like the opportunity for this training to kind of perfect my craft a little bit.
How much?
I'm not sure of an exact amount because I think they come.
It's done by the hour, it's 150 an hour, please. Take your pass. No, not that. It's on this side, on the general.
So what is the general manager saying about this?
The most favorite, huh? That's it right there.
What did the general manager say about this right there?
Mr. Dwayne, what do you, Mr. Jones? they're inquiring as to if you have any questions about the training for the accounts payable through CSA.
Not at this time, no. I haven't evaluated the account. I've just begun to read things and understand, so I'm not ready to make any recommendations. I mean, does that answer your question, Chris?
Yeah.
I just haven't evaluated, I haven't evaluated anything, and I'm doing my analysis, my due diligence and my analysis, and I don't want to recommend anything that, I mean, I can't tell you anything that's a solution right now. I'm having to. I just gotta get
And we've
information.
utilized them before. All of most of the programs out of the utility department are through CSA. And one of the things I know that was mentioned to me is that it's going to assist Ms. Russell as far as on the inventory side, because that side is connected to the AP side, the accounts payable.
So if this is the most appropriate time, why would you?
Yes.
Is there something going on that you need it now versus a month from now?
It's already on the statement. I think the lady's schedule has already been, and also Ms. Mason, who is the immediate supervisor of board. She's gonna be giving her some additional training too, with some of the reports that have been of a concern to our friends at TDA. So that's why that's both of those names on there. Okay. So that's it's a CSA representative that comes in. There's a young lady who normally comes in as well. Normally one.
A day or 2 days?
Most of the time they come for like 2 or 3 days. Now, in this instance, I'm not sure if you want to limit them or something, look at that and see. It's up to you.
But what they mean, what's the, I don't want.
So that's what, exactly. So Ms. Mason felt like there was a need, and as she expressed, she just learned from the former person, and she's doing great with their details that have with inventory and things of that nature.
So I'm saying, how much training, what's the recommendation?
They used
So
they
how
used to do
many
it for
days?
several days. They do it for several days.
How many days?
They do it for several days. Now, if they no, it's not initial training.
I mean, I'd say the time for you would be this there, at the beginning, and they come, but they've gone for 2 weeks.
Anytime that they come, like with the updates and stuff, difference is the system that Miss Mason used a lot with the accounts and the financials. So it's a lot of updates and everything. So they have to come out and teach her that, and it's needed. It's needed. I can tell you that. Well, it's like if Miss Mason get it in 3 days, they'll say, she may not come. They may not come back for the 4th day. But how many days?
And this is just gonna be inventory, nothing to do with billing or anything like that, just inventory and.
They come, like we've had them.
I've seen them before. I remember coming.
And they come with us.
It's Russ, nothing to do with billing, just inventory.
Inventory, anything dealing with AP, accounts payable.
Which they're connected, like once she, like say tonight, once this is approved, she'll go back and she'll work kind of with Mr. Freeman, and there are systems that she has to go into in the computer to see if we actually receive the card and things of that nature. It's going back and forth things within the system to see. And it's part of the process, I guess, that it was selected to assist with keeping up with everything. So that as soon as something is received, it should be in there once it's paid, she goes in and does something to make sure that that's reflected as well. And they normally come from like 8 to 5, depending on how long.
Well, I'll authorize the use of CSA to provide DFM on-site training to the utility department at a rate of $150.
There's a move for Alderman Fountain, second by Alderman Merriweather. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes 5 ayes, 0 nays. All right, item number 17. Thank you, Ms. Russell. Motion to authorize Captain Michael Holmes to attend the Mississippi State Fire Academy, June 6th through the 10th, 2024, for NFA Industry of Hazardous Materials, Fire Chem 1 with no course fee, but to include per diem.
Mayor, I motion to authorize Captain Michael Holmes to attend the City State Fire Academy on June 6th through the 10th, 2024, NFA Chemistry of Hazardous Materials, Fire Chem 1, with no course fee, but to include per diem.
Move on, second by Alderman Merriweather, all those in favor? All those opposed? 5 ayes, 0 nays. Item number 18, motion to authorize transporting of inmate KB from Oklahoma City by Sergeant J. Wright and Officer K. Jones, including hotel and per diem, for Sunday, June the 9th, 2024, to return Monday, June the 10th. There a motion?
Mayor, I motion to authorize transporting of inmate material inmate KB from Oklahoma City by Sergeant J. Wright, Officer K. Jones, to include hotel and per diem for Sunday, June 9th, 2024, to return Monday, June 10th, 2024.
Is there a second?
Second.
We move by Alderman Teal, second by Alderman Ship. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes 5 ayes, 0 nays. All right, item 18A, the rest of these, Alderman Ship. 18A. Okay, Mr. or Ms. Gann.
Okay, space.
Good afternoon, everyone. These two individuals before you, Mr. Whit Lawson and Mrs. Beverly Gann, I'm requesting the board to hire these two individuals. Mr. Whit Lawson, he's a certified officer. He worked with us approximately maybe over 15 years ago. Yeah, he's worked with us about 15 years ago, so I'm familiar with him. So I'm requesting the board to hire him for our night shift, which is very much needed on our night shift, so we can get that shift adequate staffing of that shift. Also, Ms. Beverly Gann, to hire her for our night shift. She's a certified officer also. Have any questions for any of them?
Y'all have anything to bring before the board? Would you like to say?
What was your question?
Where was, are they employed now?
Oh, we should have their applications on there. I thought I was the only one who didn't have the applications. You don't have the mine.
You got to go through the refresher course.
I know, but that's what I was.
Yeah. You've been out.
No, I've been in since 2000. She got to go back to the skills test.
She had to wait for the student.
Skills, just
skills, 1 day skills.
1 day skills test, shooting, driving.
What about you?
I'm currently employed with Boonville, the city of Boonville, so all of my stuff is current.
I think you were here before.
Yes, ma'am. You remember.
Yes. Are you leaving Louisville or you just want to leave it out, love how it started?
Well, I was trying to explain to Chief a while back that I have always loved Holly Springs. It's always felt like home. I've just, I would love the opportunity to work for y'all in the community and be able to give back to it. It's just never, and there's nothing wrong with Boonville. It's just, I live in Union County right on the edge of it. This is much closer. And like I say, I've just always loved this community. I've come to events when you have your summer events on the square, and I've just always enjoyed Holly Springs. Thank you.
Any more questions? This pay rate you have, either the chief assistant rate of certified officers or this
Yeah, that's rate up certified out based on, their experience.
10 years of experience?
Yes,
So, yes. Okay.
You mean you don't have the applications on there? Oh my God, I thought it was just me.
No, I haven't seen it. But I do know Mr. Lawson. Working with him.
I emailed them to you.
You emailed it to me?
No,
To
Mayor,
the mayor?
yeah.
Okay.
Didn't get that, so I don't know by what means. As I mentioned to you, the other, as far as the resignation for Officer King, that I had not received that. So you did send that to me later, I did receive that. So I don't know if you have the wrong email address, but you can, I'll make sure that you get that.
Yeah, I'll
If
have
there's
to-
some reason that your email is no longer working with mine, I know at one time it was.
yeah, I have to get with the IT guy, cause I emailed them to you earlier.
What is your email address? When did you say earlier when?
Last week. Like last Thursday.
See, I got this on the travel thing, but I didn't get that. So I received that email. That's why that's on here. Travel.
Mm.
Didn't get the other. You are more than welcome.
She waiting on the motion.
Yeah.
Got a question? Anybody got it?
No, I was just trying to be precise, be fair. I want to know about this pay rate. I know you have years of experience, but some other people got years of experience too. I don't know if you got some of others, but I just want to know how they compare since I don't have it in front of me. So if you don't mind, then we just wait. Would you have that information? Don't forget.
I have it in my phone.
Would you send it to my phone? And I don't want to hold up time just on my question. So if you don't mind, Mary, can we just come back to it?
Okay, all right, we'll come back to that. All right, item number 19, and you all can have a seat, and then if once, Alderman Fountain gets that, then you can call back up. If that's good. Item number 19, motion to authorize Officer Jerome Bobo Jr. and Officer Wade L. Faulkner to attend the skill update class for certification compliance with a cost of $60 per person on June 10th, 2024 at Moorhead Academy. And so, and I'll let Chief Warren, talk. Is this the class? Because right now they're not in compliance. That's what this means. And so this class will allow them the opportunity, once they take this class, if they're successful, then they'll be back in compliance.
Yes, it's a one-day class that they need to take to, get their certification, like I said, in compliance. It's, standard for officers that have been out, for a while.
Okay, Alderman Jones, did I hear you? Okay, Alderman Jones made the motion, Alderman Hill second, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? 5 ayes, 0 nays, that they really need, because without being in compliance, creates a whole different issue. Right. All right, Alderman Fountain, are you ready to go back up to 18A? Okay. All right, then, next we have, yes, ma'am, we'll put it on top.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, so we can go to item number 20, And let me pass these out. This is regarding Hillcrest Cemetery. We did get some quotes just on US Lawn saying that they were not interested. Here's the first, here's one. Here's folks. That's an answer. Thank you. And last one. All right, so as I mentioned during our last meeting, that US Lawn said that their schedule was full. So we reached out for quotes and I asked everyone at the last meeting if they knew of anyone, so please let me know. So far, we have received first quote, 4 quotes, and one we have from Woody's Landscaping and Maintenance for quote number 168. And his description is mowing, edging, trim bushes, trees every 10 to 12 days per cut. The amount is $4,500. That's Woody's Landscaping, 4,500. Madison Clerk, and you'll keep up with that kind of a list as far as that. For crew cuts, and this is Mr. George Perry, and he states that he would cut twice monthly by mowing and doing all weed eating, cut and trim hedges on cemetery grounds, remove all low-hanging limbs and branches. He's even saying during the non-grass cutting season, maintain the cemetery's appearance by clearing the grounds of tree leaves, pine needles. His amount, March through October, $3,700 per month. Whereas the cemetery has not been maintained this grass cutting season, the contractor will charge an initial cost of $4,700 for the first month. The contractor will provide a monthly survey of the cemetery to provide any necessary maintenance needed to keep the cemetery appearance presentable. And he also mentions liability insurance in the amount of $1 million, which I believe Woody's also has that. Next, we have B Brothers. Let's see. Regular grass cutting every 10 to 12 days, maintenance of the shrubbery, flowers, and landscaping services to enhance the overall aesthetic appeal, cleaning up the debris, providing all necessary equipment, tools, and supplies. Proposed to begin services June 1st, 2024, and continue for 1 year, ending on May 31st, 2025. Grass cutting will be conducted regularly per the agreed upon schedule, with additional maintenance services as needed. June 2024, 3 cuts, July 2024, 3 cuts, and it goes for each month. August, 3 cuts, September, 3 cuts, October, 3 cuts, November, 2 cuts, December, 1 cut, January, 1 cut, February, 1 cut, March, 3 cuts, April, 3 cuts, May, 3 cuts, total of 29 cuts. Due to severe overgrowth and poor maintenance, the first cut will be charged $6,000. Subsequently, our proposal for lawn care services at Hillcrest Cemetery is $4,000 per cut, totaling $118,000 for the year. This amount includes all services mentioned in the scope of work will be payable in monthly installments. We're also available to provide additional services requested to the city of Holly Springs, such as tree trimming, mulching. All right, and then we have one from Mr. Jermaine Glass, Mr. Jermaine T. Glass, the owner of Glass Lawn and Painting Services, says that the cemetery is beautiful, but needs my special touch. Would like to keep the cemetery cut every week. This way you would have no complaints and it is easier for equipment. I'm bidding, $9,800 a month. Bi-weekly, that's 2 cuts a month. And he said he would love it if we would allow him to cut it every week and pay every week. So $2,450 every week. This way is always beautiful and always under control. This is his price for cutting the cemetery only. Does not include bulldozer, tractor, dirt work, etc. If needed, it will be rented for $50 an hour. So, take a little bit of time to look at those and come back to it, or even look at it at our next meeting if you need some additional time, or if you would like me to invite them to come to the meeting.
I think it would be beneficial to have people here just, to know the size of their crew, estimated times, mainly the size of the crew. If it's just one person with a mower, we've got that going already. That would be beneficial for me to actually, I don't want to prolong it anymore because we're in a pretty rough spot, but I can't make a decision off seeing a sheet of paper either.
All right, so we'll hold that until the next meeting.
Well, Mr. Woody is here. Can we hit the bell?
Here.
Oh, Ms. Woody, come on up.
And also, I know that can we pay for one cutting? Then we just pay, because it's getting out of control. It's raining, so don't pay that one going to water track. Can we pay?
Good evening, how are you?
All right, how y'all doing?
Good.
All right.
All right, so, what questions do I have for this property?
What would be, how would you maintain the cemetery? Do you have a crew?
Yes, sir, I have a crew. I'm stationed here in Hot Springs. I have the shop right in front of the Oak Palace. I got plenty of equipment. I got the crew. I got what it takes. I do several commercial jobs around Hot Springs.
How many folks do you have on the crew?
Well, right now it's 5 of us, but I can hire more, But like I said, I do keep up commercial, so that's what we do. Yeah, I got the projects, all the projects around Hot Springs, Spring Garden. I got some big properties around here, so I got the equipment for it, and man, I love to do it. I used to stay on Center Street. I played in this cemetery all my life, man. I love to cut this cemetery. Yep. Yeah, my dad, Woodrow Fulton, if y'all know Woodrow Fulton, we do landscape. That's what we do.
So would you have any, I know Alderman Fountain said, would you have an interest in doing it one time?
I mean, I can do it. That'll even help me so I can know,
Well, that would be.
Yeah, but see, like I said, it's so much overgrown stuff, man. It need a lot of work out there.
So what would be your fee for this one-time deal to go in and get?
Well, just to do it at one time, I'll tell you, I really hadn't even looked at it, since the last time I was looking at it. I don't know how bad it is right now. So I really would like to go look at it one more time if we just gonna do it on a one-time thing. But as far as what I did now, that'll be for me to start it and just take care of it. Cause I know a lot of people, I see a lot of people want to charge a little more. So my price all together, for that first cut. Cause that first cut gonna be rough, but
So your figure was contingent on you having it for.
yes, ma'am.
So,
Yeah,
you
once
have insurance.
I have insurance, and like I said, I do commercial property, so I have whatever it takes to make sure.
You guys seen up at Russ?
Yeah, I do a little work at Russ. I'm trying to get that grass too.
How I would like to move on it, but he and I understand he wants to look at it again.
Man, if we want to just go ahead for as a country, well, I can move on. We can go with the price I got now, but we just doing it for the one time.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Cause I do take pride in it. My business in my name, so I love my name. I just want to say that. Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, this contract price of $2,500 doesn't have anything different for a first cut. So this contract be asking for.
That's why I said for that 4,500, it just be just for me to start and just keep it maintained.
For how long? 1 year?
For the 1 year. I mean, however long, really, but we're gonna start off with a year. Yeah. I like to do it for as long as I can do it.
So it says every 12 days.
Yeah, cause in 2 weeks, man, that grass, that's a lot of grass to let it get that tall in 2 weeks.
Especially if that little rain.
Yeah, that's rough.
So what's y'all's pleasure?
It would be my pleasure to hire Mr. Cook. Okay, one more question.
Yeah.
Okay, just got one more question. What about, do you have any type of, training in the stones that they, I know they got historic stones and stuff, fit stones.
Okay.
If they require special care or you can't put some kind of chemicals or something.
Well, we gonna make sure we take care of everything. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Just throwing it out there.
Okay, I got you. No, we don't, in spots that we can spray, we'll spray. But around the tombstone, I hate to spray because it just look bad.
Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
I would make the motion to, enter into a one-year contract with Moody's Landscaping and Maintenance for the Hillcrest Cemetery in an amount of $45 per foot.
Second.
Move by Alderman Townsend, second by Alderman Ship. All those in favor? All those opposed? 5 ayes, 0 nays. Thank you. And if you will call tomorrow and I get you in touch with Mr. Nietzsche's Jeffrey Nunley, who is the director for that area.
One more question before you go. Al, when do you believe you can start?
Soon as we get this paperwork right, I'm signing everything. Y'all give me the green light. We gonna start on it.
So that's the purpose of him reaching out to us.
Yes, ma'am.
He'll make sure he gets my number
Yes, ma'am.
tonight, so that there are no issues. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr.
All
Walker.
right. Thank you.
All right, next, are we ready for item 18A? Or do you want to do?
Well,
Sir.
Yeah. So do the board want to vote on it? I know Mr. Lawson. I know him from Akron, about him, but if the board does not want to vote on it tonight, just let me know. I don't want to waste the board time. But I would recommend Mr. Lawson. Let's go. Yeah. I move that we hire Mr. Willis Lawson at the Holly Springs Police Department as a patrol. Yeah. Pay rate 21. 252. And I would.
For a second?
Second.
Move Alderman Townsend, second by Alderman Ship. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes, 4 ayes, 1 nay, and Alderman Johnson. All right. Anything else? All right, 18A, okay. What's your pleasure?
I was going to shoot out this Beverly Gann, deputy, Holly Springs Police Department. Not deputy,
Patrol.
patrol. The amounts, $21.51 per hour.
Second.
It's Jim O'Connor, Smith, second by Alderman Shield. All those in favor? All those opposed? 4 ayes and 1 nay, and Alderman Shaw. All right, and then we have item number 18C, and say there's a section on that, so I'm asking for a motion to do a closed motion.
Before you, excuse me. We asked everybody else to come in, while we see everyone else, get hired, you just that's the officers.
They can call us well, and then we'll schedule a day for orientation.
Also, let me say this, the reason why I voted nay to the 2 applicants, I didn't receive the applications in a timely fashion for me to review. So I just want to be certain that you guys understand and know that I don't know anything about, either one of you. So I want you to understand it's nothing personal, it's just business and procedure.
Is there a?
Madam Chair, before we go, I guess for those who come back out, I wanted to ask, about the 430,000, for the events you do right away for weekend. And we got bids on that. You know, do we know when we're gonna do that? Has it been Who's doing that? So we got,
I think you did a motion for Elliott Brick, you know, the other one, IMS.
and then the Cuba Street, is that Elliott and Brick too?
I think you put them in that as well, but I'll check the notes and see.
So when, have we got with them, what are they waiting for? We've been talking about Cuba Street for the last 3 years.
Not lately, I haven't had any conversations with them about it lately.
So do I need to make a motion that, the timeline on that? For that 430, right away, 430,000, that's 600,000 for the Hill Street project that we've been talking about. And then the other thing is, an update on the audits for the city and the HSUD.
It's the same status as it was.
That's the same status as it was.
We talked about it at length last week, so I have nothing to add.
It's new auditing published.
Ma'am?
I didn't hear the question. So,
Right away, 430,000, 600,000.
yes, ma'am.
So can we put a time on that? And, the audits, Madam Mayor, the new company, have they begun?
I think they recently submitted some information, and we can get all of their agreements. They should be starting.
Yeah, on the time limits, I mean, you can put time limit on anything, but what effect, you know, what effect would it have? You say it has to be done by this date. How do you enforce it?
So, Madam Mayor, with those two projects, do you have any idea? Will you speak with them this week?
I'll do my best. So, you all had some questions about like 7 and 8. Item number 5 needs to be done in executive session. 7 and 8, there were questions about that in executive session. 18C, executive session.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to go into closed session.
So the second.
Second.
To vote on here, second by Alderman Schiff, to go into closed session to determine any use of executive session. All those in favor? All those opposed? 5 ayes, 0 nays.
What's going on, man? Yeah, a war.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I have my name down. It was just a bag.
Oh, yeah. I don't. Yeah. Oh, you can look at it.
I'm not, I mean, well, I know the jobs.
Thank you.
Okay.
About 20 years. Is that asleep? Down in Greenville. Then the 10th of the clock here. Can't be, can't be 20. See. You all right? And then I'll just put it that and let you somewhere down there. Like Chase or something out there. Caroline doesn't want to teach her. And like yeah, what is that? Look up, Mark. Yeah, because I got we have to identify this, so you have to get all this stuff and get it.
Yeah, hey.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's.
But it's crazy.
Oh, this is the program. What's that?
I don't understand why I'm
But I gotta be honest with you, it's all over. It's all over. Cut it through my big time. Please, uncontrollable. He looked at 5 foot. I can't, I'm like, I try to be big, but I'm not sitting. Thanks.
Sometimes we still be up here.
Yeah. That will make it well, you're on a speed line. It doesn't come. They get arrested on it. And then you have crew. I think so. I want to have that. It was easy.
Communication.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, pretty good. No. I don't know. I'm gonna put this on. You know, take that for sure.
The board voted to go into executive session to discuss matters related to personal matters in the police department, prospective litigation in Parks and Recs, and the utility department. We appreciate your patience.
What came one way, he went out.
Okay. Cause I go to sleep. I get home, I get that shower and, I lean back under that air conditioner doing all right. Sleep. All right. Oh. So you got the remote to turn that up and down? I just use my key.
Yeah. Take my key off.
That was my key.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, they take forever. They can put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Sure, thanks. It is flat. The whole system. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's he. What's he up to? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's you. He kicked me off all space. Yeah. You mean you can't go look? No, I can't say. He's blocked. Yeah, yeah, he's blocked. Oh, no kidding. Yeah, yeah. No, he's. What's he know about that? He kind of. Oh, I spoke about it last week. Yep. He's smart. He's a smart. He's tired. So one yeah, that's. I understand. I got the one on just well, I got that call like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As soon as we reach it, then we can get it. Yeah. That thing was showed up. It was terrible. Yeah, it was about like that. The basement. And yeah. Basement. Then rather than so that one. The way you point in. I would have to chest. Yeah. Oh, you live at the chest when you're working? Yeah. Yeah, from the shack. Oh, okay.
No, I sold that.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Yeah, I sold that. Yeah, I just sold that.
And
So-
that's what y'all did.
Yeah, made that too. This one. Yeah.
How long you been working on it? 2 years?
No, really.
Oh.
Put a roof on it, but that was just protective stuff.
What about the foundation? I mean, that thing is got it all, man.
Yeah.
You got it, have you got it jacked up,
Yep.
on it and pitched, did they say?
Yeah. The basement under it.
You want a place to go.
Yeah.
Did you put a pool concrete in there or what?
Yep.
It's a safe one, sure.
Yep. It's actually,
Yeah.
2 units. And a 2 unit.
Going out.
Inside or outside?
Inside.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
You in the Navy?
Oh, 12 years.
That was fair.
Grenada and Lebanon. Heard in Grenada.
Was that your first tour came in? Or you did it, the young man?
Yeah, I was, what was I when I was in Grenada? 62 now, so I was like, 22, 23.
That was kind of like when you just got in.
No, I joined in 17. I joined right out of high school. I graduated high school and Marine Corps next day.
Oh, you understand this story?
Yeah.
That's what was different. Like country.
They paid me. Not much. They keep on paying me. Have a good night. All right.
See, that's. Oh. Somebody took this one. That's yours. Mr. Cinnamon. What did they? Yeah, man. Oh, no. Oh.
Hey, how you doing? Hey.
I hope they ain't gonna keep that there much longer. You don't leave till they come out there either, do you?
Yeah, I still got,
stick out of the run, so you take it, like, you know.
Everything's done. Hey.
Y'all have a good evening.
All right. Software, extended route, not extended route. Okay. Oh, yeah, thank
The board voted to come out of executive session. We did have a few action items. The board did vote, to authorize the refund for multipurpose building in the amount of $250 to Mr. Samuel Mays. Then also the next, the board voted to authorize the refund of multipurpose building in the amount of $250 to Mr. Columbus Bell. And then the board voted to approve a payment of $7,000. Give me that exact number, Mr. Sutton.
$935.
$7,935 to the towards the ARC grant MS 19525. This payment will be made in lieu of the in-kind payment. All right, and then give me just one moment. I believe those are the only items that occurred during the executive session. Ms. Jones, was there anything else that was approved?
No, ma'am.
Okay, those are the only questions. All right. So there's nothing further to come before it's for.
Mayor, if possible, can you ask the board members to get you dates for availability for the next upcoming months for budget dates? Because that is coming up.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. Let's look at the calendar for that. That may be easier to actually set some up.
Okay.
All right. In August. So we'll probably start in July.
Let's start in June, July. Mm-hmm.
All right, so if there are no additional items, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, I guess our directors now, we probably need to move that up for us. Get a call from Miss Amy McKee. She's been stressing to HSUD, and general manager probably reach out to her. It's a tree leaning towards her house. It's about to fall on any day. I share that information with you.
And with trees, as far as everyone knows, that we generally only deal with those if they're related to the utility line.
Yes.
So we'll definitely check that out. So want to make sure that that's made clear, because sometimes people don't understand and just want us to help them with cutting trees.
Another thing, the sign that we partner with tourism, we need to get that sign put up and find out a significant location for that sign. It's been sitting for a while. It's time to get it put up. We need to work together, district tourism, and find a good location to put it.
Well, I am going to have to depart. But we will get those dates to you all. I'll get with Ms. Jones regarding that, and then you all can let us know your availability.
Second.
It's been moved by Alderman Jones, second by Alderman Schiff to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? 3 ayes, 0 nays, 2 absent, and Teal and Bowden.
I mean, it's the most important thing, really. That's the deadline for this, what you want to do with the.
I'll get those down. Yeah, this is. Yeah, you want one? You want it? Yeah. They pick up your on the top. But it's right.